What I saw in the onion business is that if I work, it can help me, my children and my husband. And the money too is good. That is why I am doing it. To my fellow young brothers, I encourage them to grow onions. As there's no farm work in the dry season, if you cultivate onions, no matter what, you will gain by God's grace. Onions are one of the world's favorite vegetables, and you can make some nice money from growing onions, even on a small piece of land. Most farmers grow onions in the dry season because onions do not like too much water. But when there are many onions in the market, the price falls. You can make more money by producing onions when there are few of them on the market, by storing them until the price comes up again, and by selling directly to clients in urban markets. Let us learn from the experiences of some innovative farmers in Ghana. In the dry season, most farmers grow onions, and onions sell cheaply at that time because they are abundant in the area. But in the rainy season, farmers don't cultivate onions here. That is why I grow onions in the rainy season, to make a lot of money. I encourage my fellow women to grow onions in the rainy season. If God says your money is in the onion, it will do well and disease will not disturb it. But even if your onion is attacked by disease, it will take its part and leave your part for you. For the dry season, I plan it so that I can harvest my onions around Christmas, when the demand is high. I also grow onions in the rainy season, when there are few onions to sell. By doing so, I can make more money. If you want to grow onions, you need to know what varieties are available and what the market wants. People in West Africa prefer red, pungent onions, like Violet de Galmi. Each onion variety has its own features. Varieties differ in shape, size, and color. Some varieties also need more time to mature. When grown from seed, some varieties take 3 months to mature, while others may need more than 4 months. Knowing the available varieties is important, because it helps you plan when to grow your onions to fetch the best price. Most onion varieties grow well in the dry season, but they often get diseases when grown in the rainy season. Raising the beds and proper spacing helps to keep the plants healthy. But under heavy rain, the leaves of most varieties bend and touch the soil, so they pick up germs and the plant gets sick. Luckily, some improved onion varieties, like Prima, are less likely to get sick in the field because their leaves are strong and do not bend under the heavy rain. We all used to grow Bauku Red, but I now grow Prima, as it gives big bulbs. The local one, when you plant it in the rainy season, it does not withstand rain, but Prima is healthy. It stands upright and is strong. When you plant this new variety in the rainy season, nothing destroys it. Its seedlings are bigger and look good. The onion plants grow upright, and when they mature, they give big bulbs, so it is good. Onion varieties also differ with regard to how well they store. Generally, varieties that take longer to mature store better. As new varieties become available, try them in small amounts to see which ones do well on your farm. I first tried it on a small piece of land, and as the yield was good, I now grow it on a large field, so that I will get plenty of profit. Buy quality vegetable seeds from a reputable dealer and a reputable brand that you can trust. These seeds are healthy and of the exact variety mentioned on the label. Some seed is coated with a colored product that protects it from diseases. If you are a farmer, do not work with seed that is weak or cheap. It can disappoint you. Look for quality seed that is good and grow it. You will get profit. You hear? Growing onions in the rainy season only differs slightly from growing them in the dry season. Apart from choosing a variety that grows well in the rainy season, you also need to raise your onion beds, because onions do not like wet feet. If you want to cultivate rainy season onions, you have to raise the beds high, so that when the rain comes, the water passes freely and does not disturb the onion. That is why we raise the beds high. But in the dry season, we make the beds low to keep the water in the soil for the crop to do well. So if you can grow onions in the dry season, it isn't very hard to also grow them in the rainy season. Another way to get more money from your onions is by storing them for a few months. You can then sell them at a high price whenever demand is high. The secret to good storage is to let the leaves dry up in the field before harvesting. The onions will have a very thin neck so that no germs can enter. Dry the harvested onions for a few days before storing your onions. When stored in a ventilated, cool place, fewer onions will rot. Apart from growing onions in the rainy season and better storing your onions, there is a third way to make more money. When traders buy the onions at the farm, you often get a low price. By organizing the transport to urban markets yourself, you can get more profit from your onions. In the beginning, we rent vehicles to transport our onions to the market. As time passed, we made some money and bought a truck to transport the onions to the market. As such, we could sell our crop ourselves, and middlemen could no longer cheat us. Let's look at what we've learned to make more money. Onions are easiest to grow in the dry season, so this is when most farmers grow onions. But when there are plenty of onions, the price is low. Some improved onion varieties can be grown in the rainy season. Try the new varieties in small amounts to see if they do well. You can also earn more by storing your onions until a time when the price is high. Sell your onions directly to clients instead of to middlemen to increase your profit. By choosing the right variety, growing, storing and selling your onions in a clever way will help you make more money.